Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a fun design using the OPI's Grease Collection. And I've already got my base laid down just because it was a rather thicker base. But what I used was paper mache's white on white to begin with. And I put this down first because this is a one coat white. Now when you first purchase this from the store, it is not. So it takes it like a month to thicken up just a little bit, and then it's the perfect one coat white for me. And then I laid down 2 coats of OPI's Meet a Boy Cute as Can Be. And this is like a 3-coater. I showed you guys my swatches the other day of this. This is a 3-coater, so that's why I did a white base, just so that it would show up true to color. And I know that I ended up doing 3 coats on my nails anyways, but I only ended up having to do 2 coats of this, which sometimes you struggle when you're painting on yellows with gaps and spacing and things like that and having it be patchy. So that's why I laid down the base first and then 2 coats of this. Okay, so here is what my base looks like. Now I am going to be doing some stamping and water decals over this. My water decals are a mustard orange, I almost want to say they're peonies looking flowers. That will be my water decal. My stamping plate is coming from Uber Chic, and this is the Got Chevron 2 plate, and I'm going to be using this stamp right down here. It is like the dotted chevron stamp. And my shade that I'm stamping with is OPI's You're the Shade That I Want. Now I know that this is not a stamping polish, and we could have a little bit of a trial and error here, seeing if it will even work as a stamping polish. But when I did this for swatches, it was a 1 coat, and so I find that when you find a polish that is a 1 coat, you can generally get away with using it as a stamping polish, especially over such a light base. You're gonna have no problem having this be opaque. Okay, so once your base is dry, you want to lay down, I like to lay down a paper towel to get my stamping plate ready. And the stamper I'm using today is from Queen. This is their clear towel holder. The stamper isn't all that squishy. It's actually a little bit firm, and I find I have a cleaner pickup if I use a little bit firmer stamping head. Something I do recommend, however, are these Uber Chic scraper cards. I absolutely love them. They're about the thickness of a credit card. And if you're like me, I don't like having to use old credit cards. It's just dangerous to have those laying around. So I do like these. You get like a pack of 12 of them, I think, or 6 of them for super cheap. So you guys should check these out. And they're all really cute. They have different designs on them. I've used this one first. Since I've gotten it, and it is starting to get a little bit discolored and dirty and things like that, and one of these days I'm gonna clean it and it's not gonna be cleaned off, and that's when I can just throw it away and pull out another one. Okay, so to get started, we're gonna just do, I'm gonna go a little bit further down this plate where it is not a stamping polish. It scraped nice though. Oh, and it picked up nicely too. So we're gonna do my thumb first. Okay, so there is that one. I absolutely loved how this turned out. I also wonder if I'm really good at the Queen stampers, because that's what I started out with, versus any other stamper. So it could just be what you learned on first, but I do find that I'm better at stamping with a firmer stamping head versus the squishy ones. I could probably get away with another swipe at that, so I think I'll try that next time. Something that I love about these clear stampers is it's really nice when I'm doing videos for you guys. You can see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm placing it. I also like that there's no guesswork and you don't have to mess up. I started out on a scraper that was not clear, and it was very difficult to learn how to stamp on something like that. But that was also all that was available when I got into stamping too. So I just flipped this design around. I liked the base of it a little bit better. It picked up a little bit better for me. The top of it just seemed a little bit patchy. So I'm going to clean the plate now just because the polish in there has dried enough that I don't think I will be able to pick up a third design with it. I really like how this is turning out. That's one thing that I'm gonna start doing. If you guys are interested, I think I'll start doing like designs with the collections that come out with the colors that I like anyways. Like I said, I don't buy full collections just because I don't always like everything that comes out, and I know I'm not going to use something, so I'm not going to buy it just to have it. I feel like that's very wasteful when somebody else could be enjoying it, especially. And I apologize now if you see a fly come into frame. It has been tormenting me all night. I did this one a little bit different. I put the thicker lines in the middle, and I kind of wish I would have done it with some of these other ones. The fun thing about this design, you guys could layer this up where it's so patchy and still see your design underneath. I think I might do a design like that for you guys sometime. But right now we are going to do some cleanup, and I just lightly go in around all these other pieces. I should have probably used liquid latex where it's this darker color that I was stamping onto my nails, but where it was like a dotted design, I wasn't too worried about it getting everywhere and staining my cuticles. Although on this ring finger I went ham, so I'm pretty sure that might be stained at the end. So here are these. I'm going to let them dry just a little bit, and then I'm going to put my water decals on. I'm gonna finish up my other hands so that they match, and then I'll do water decals. Okay, so I have finished my stamping on both hands, and now I have just taken the decals and cut them in half. And I'm just going to drop some of these into the water to get ready to be placed. And I do want them to like sink. I think we could maybe drop one more in there and be okay. And then we can let this one sink. You at least just want the picture under the water. And I'm using the same stamper I used to stamp with, and I'm just taking the edge of a cotton round and dipping the edge of the decal off, placing it on top of the stamper, sliding off the paper. Okay. And then I'm just going to try placing these wherever I feel like is a good place for them. So this one I'm gonna place here. And with these, they don't have to be perfect, which is something that I love. You can see that the number came off of that decal. We're just gonna wipe it off. And we're just going to repeat this process. I'm kind of just rotating where I want the flowers to be at. Kind of don't have a pattern or anything like that going on. And this little dish that I'm putting my decals in is the lid to my stamper that I'm using. And I do make sure that that is completely dry before I put it back on my stamper. So there is one hand. I'm going to finish up this other side, and then I will be back to do my top coat. Right, so I did finish up this hand completely off camera, and I'm gonna let those dry while I show you guys how to clean up your water decals. You just take a cleanup brush dipped in some acetone, and you can just run it over any place that the water decal got onto your cuticle, and it just disintegrates. It is super easy. I've never had a water decal like stain my nails or my cuticle. Yeah, so that is cleanup for that. And then I'm going to take a matte top coat. This is by Bluebird Lacquer's Nothing Else Matters top coat, and I really like it. It is fast drying and super matte. It is absolutely beautiful. I highly suggest if you guys are in the market for a good matte top coat to pick this one up for sure. All right, and here is the finished result. I'm showing you guys my other hand because it did matte out a little bit quicker than the other one, but as you can see, this one's almost completely dry as well. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that thumbs up button. It helps me out a lot. And hit the bell for notifications. As always, guys, be polished, wear polished, and a little superstition never hurt. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.